Hello guys, Lutus Game here with a new mission tutorial. So I want to build a rubber mission, and we want to be a civilian and but we want to be a civilian on the blue 4 side. So we have to create a blue 4 and put the probability of presence to 0%, and then group them together. Make sure that the blue 4 rifleman is the leader of the group, so you join his side. And then we're just gonna quickly add some weapons and magazines to our civilian player. I'm gonna add all these codes to my homepage, so you don't have to worry. You can just copy and paste as usual. So yeah, let's create a couple of cars at the outpost here. So just to add some realism to them, always nice. So I'm gonna put out 3 off-road cars and 1 military vehicle, like Ifrit, or Ifrit, with a machine gun, heavy machine gun, and just put it under the roof. And yeah, we're gonna add some weapons here. That's right. So this add weapon cargo, and then the weapon name and the amount of weapons you want to have there. The same with the magazines. I also gonna add a backpack to the car, and it's exactly the same. You just go to the car, this add item cargo, first aid kit, always useful, and then you just this add backpack cargo, and then the backpack you want and the amount. So just copy it from my homepage if you don't want to try something on your own. It's really simple. So I'm just gonna change the amounts of weapons and magazines. And the next thing we should do is to add some enemies. So let's go to groups, and just enter some enemies around the outpost, and ungroup one of them because we don't want him to be in the group. And I'm gonna use the UPS scripts. They will patrol around this outpost. So what we'll do is to head over to markers and add a marker, make it rectangular, type something width and height and name it area 0. Oh, it's a little too big, I think. We're gonna change it to maybe 50 or something. If I just find there it is. So change that to 50. That's much better. And then we're gonna add a text in the leader of the group. You can copy this from my homepage. You need a script, a file as well, but you can download it at my homepage or at the author's homepage. So I'm gonna type in no follow, which means that they won't follow us outside the marker border, and the random, because we want them to start at a random position every time inside the area 0 marker. So just copy this text and add it to the AT rifleman. But we're gonna add a text here, random up, which means he will start at a random position on the roof inside the border somewhere. So that's the enemy base finished. Now we should add some quick reinforcements. So you're just gonna add a group here. Sentry team, I think, would be enough. And a car, empty car. Actually, you could just, grab the Ifrit from the up 4 side, but we can do it like this. It's okay. So he's the leader. Then we're gonna add some waypoints. Just doing this quick here. They want to reinforce the outpost when we attack them. And then just get out. And in the activation field, we're gonna add so they start patrolling, but we're gonna erase the random. We don't want them to spawn randomly when they arrive, so that's okay. So when they get out, they will start to patrol the area 0 area. And because we are a civilian, we don't want them to shoot at us in the beginning, so we're gonna add another text here in the player's init field. We're gonna add this set captive true, so they won't shoot at us in the beginning. And hit enter, and then we're gonna make some triggers over here, and we're also gonna give each of the enemies a name. We're also gonna give us a name. We're gonna name us P1, player 1. And then for each enemy, you can just add E1, E2, E3, and so on. This is a very simple way of doing this, but there is another way of doing it, but I will show you the easy way this time. So we're gonna add a trigger, make it 0, and in the condition field just type in alive E1, and on activation, when we kill him, we were gonna set P1 is set captive false. So it means when we kill that enemy, this trigger will be activated. And we're gonna create four of these and just change to E3 and E4. So when we kill some, doesn't matter who, just when we kill one of them, we will be the enemy's target. And I also gonna, when we kill the two of them enemies, I want the reinforcements to arrive. So I guess kind of see it, yeah, like that. So when we kill the man on the roof and one of the in the group, so just synchronize the trigger with the first waypoint. The next thing we should do is to add some tasks. Just go to Intel, first module, Intel, and then create task, and just add in the task ID, just type task 1, and just write something in the title like steel weapons, in this description you should write something like find and steal weapons at the old outpost near the road, something like that. And a nice little thing you can do is to add a marker. You just type M1, just hit enter, so name it M1, and then go back to the task and just add a little code here, which you can copy from my homepage as usual. We're gonna add this text into the description field there. I will show you in just a moment. So like this, and just change M1 and then the old outpost. Then we're gonna erase this one, yeah, like this. So when you look at task in the menu on the map, when you're actually playing, you can click on the old outpost and you will, you know, it will help you find where you should go. So yeah, what have I forgotten? Yeah, we have to synchronize the create task with the player, and then we're gonna add a set task state and make that succeeded, and synchronize this with the create task and all of the triggers. So we have to kill everyone to make that task succeeded. And I should also name the reinforcements. We just change to E5 and E6. And synchronize that with the set task state. Just organize a little bit. So this is the first part of the mission. We will go through Outpost, kill the enemies and find weapons, then just wait for the reinforcements and kill them, and then we have our first task completed. The next thing we want to do is travel all the way to Arma Marina and continue and rob the bank. But before I show you that, I'm just gonna change this here to clear the camp and find the enemy camp. Located at the old outpost. And steal the and find them, can locate the old outpost and kill all the enemies like that.